Welcome to MSP Voice, the weekly show for MSPs by MSPs. Brought to you by MSP 360, the #1 cross-platform cloud backup. Learn more at msp360.com. This is MSP Voice. Hello and welcome to MSP Voice. This is episode number 58. Today I am pleased to be joined by Gilles Gozlan from France. So Gilles runs an MSP over there called TeamReso. Great interview. It's always interesting to hear what's going on across the pond in other areas, other countries. So definitely take a listen to Gilles for his experience being an MSP in Paris. Of course, first we have some housekeeping items. mspvoice.com is your source for all things MSP Voice. Definitely check out our upcoming webinars. You can get all the episodes here. You can also click on Be the Next Guest, fill out the form, and register to be the next guest here on MSP Voice. I'm always looking for guests, so feel free to reach out. Love to hear your story, and I'm sure others would as well. A couple items of note this week in the news. A couple of them on hiring. So first off, we've got a Reddit post, someone who's basically just out of college, his first postgraduate job is at a small MSP. And he's basically just wondering, what are some of the red flags to look out for? Is there anything he needs to know to enable to survive? It's not necessarily the job he exactly wanted, but it's the job he got. He's looking for tips and tricks on what to look out for. What about the high turnover rate at MSPs and those types of things. And a lot of people have chimed in with some really good advice, right? So first one here, the one with the most upvotes, is no one really has the answers to all your questions yet. He says, I see this coming every so often, so you can probably find more thorough answers than mine. Here's a little bit of trick. So if they're interested in exposing you to different areas of tech, if they aren't interested in exposing you to different areas of tech over time, that's a red flag. If they don't handle overtime hours on call in a decent way, if there's a lot of staff turnover, and of course, lack of documentation. So these are, this is what they recommend as some of the red flags to watch out for. Others chime in, watch out for micromanagers and obsessing over billable hours and all these types of things. So definitely, if you have any advice for this person who's new to the MSP world, definitely chime in on this post. Next up is another hiring type of story, and this one comes from Channel Futures. It's how MSPs can profit from hiring underqualified candidates. So the crux of this is you can hire strong but slightly underqualified staff and train them to help avoid turnover. So instead of going out and finding someone who knows everything and understands everything, and bringing them in, find someone who has the aptitude, but maybe not necessarily all the skills, because you can train the skills. One of the things is you can probably hire them for less money than someone who's overly qualified. And then as you train, you build your training programs and those types of things. So it's a really interesting story from John Davinger. Definitely check it out, take a read, especially if you're looking to hire some folks, whether it's technicians or office staff. Highly recommend giving this a read. And then next up is another security story. Continuum MSP partner hit, credentials stolen to deploy ransomware to several end customers. This is a story we hear about every week. It appears this have only been one Continuum customer, but Continuum's response is it is for now removing access to any scripts or tasks that are capable of uninstalling antivirus or endpoint protection and eliminating the ability for all users to create new custom scripts or tasks. So Continuum is taking this seriously. They understand the attack vector that happened. So they're trying to force people now into the best practices of what you need to do. They said none of their systems were compromised, but again, if all it takes is a hacker in your system, no matter what RMM or PSA system it is, to gain access into your system, and now they have access to all of them. So always follow the recommended best practices, enable two-factor authentication, be careful with the types of scripts and those types of things you have to deploy, set up alerting, all the best practices from a security standpoint. You know the drill, so I don't want to get into it much more than that. So now we are going to go to our interview with Gilles. Enjoy it, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Hello and welcome to MSP Voice. Today I am pleased to be joined by Gilles Gozlan from France. Gilles, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
My name is Gilles Gozlan, and I'm CEO of different IT companies, services in Paris, France.
Okay.
And have 50 years old, and I'm in IT services between 20 years, 25 years now. My group was created 10 years ago, and we make 2 million euro of turnover.
Great.
TeamReso, we have 3 companies in this group. TeamReso specialized in the outsourcing IT, and SysReso specialized in development of application, and CloudReso, the last company we've created to be a specialist of hosting mail services and backup
to
the cloud.
Great. So
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. that's a lot of companies. So
yeah, this company was specially created last year to provide MSP services to the end customers and wrestlers in France.
Okay, great. And so, how did you get into business? Were you in IT before? Did you kind of jump into this?
I'm sorry, the window is open because the weather is very hot today in Paris. But yeah, we got to business. We have created TeamReso in first 10 years ago. But when we have created TeamReso 10 years ago, that was with the fact. The professional environment where we evolve has gone through very important change this last 10 years. And this change has been more and more accelerated this last 5 years.
Okay.
That's the reason why when we have created TeamReso 10 years ago, we have made the challenge to build all of our business around the MSP services.
Okay.
We have built TeamReso with this idea 10 years ago. And in first, for the cloud backup solution, because in France today, we have the RGPD rules.
Yes.
And with this RGPD, the company in France now have the good reason to make up their backup, because before a lot of companies in France don't have any backup.
Wow.
It's very special to hear that, but today you have always in France some company without any backup or without any firewall. Wow. But the RGPD tell them you need to respect some rules. And these rules are backup, firewall, antivirus, anti-spam, and it's great not for the business, that's sure. We are so happy to have these rules and to help our customer to respect them.
Yeah.
It's great for the country to have all of the company with some all of company respect the good rules of best practice to protect our business. Because when the company have a backup, it's not to protect my business, it's protect his business, his data, his black gold, the data of his company. And that's the reason why we have, especially in the MSP business, between 10 years.
Okay. And it sounds like you started as MSP, so you didn't do break fix, what we call break fix here, which is, basically more project based, or if they have a problem, they call you, versus, a managed contract, which is month to month. Is that?
No, we don't have to know these issues, because when the company I got before TeamReso, I have sold this company to a bigger IT company.
Okay.
And when I created TeamReso, I've created TeamReso with this idea, the business change. And the business change to go to monthly revenue. And today you have bigger company than us who buy the virtualization leader, you know, I'm talking about. But and you have Microsoft who prepared a special VDI rental services to Europe. And I think all of the aspect of our business are going to change to monthly revenue.
Yeah.
And we have, when we have created TeamReso 10 years ago with my colleague, we have make all of the business model of the company around the monthly revenue.
Great.
The reason why, when we make about 2 million euro of turnover, you have 50% on monthly revenue and 50% of special prestation of special services prestation or sale of hardware. You know, but we are in 2 DC in France. We hope to be in the 3 DC on the next quarter, and we sell hosting system, we sell VDI server, we sell backup, we sell mobile device management, and all of these services are the services in monthly revenue, and it's a business model we want to all our company. Okay.
And now, do you specialize in any particular types of companies that you work with?
No, we work with all the companies that we want.
Okay.
It's not real. We don't have any, I don't know what is the word in English, but we don't have any commercial teams in our company. We work with partners.
Okay.
These partners are some rustlers who don't have the competencies to install and manage MSP services or to install and manage virtual infrastructure in DC. And we do everything for them, and we manage this for them, and we support them to sell and to supervise and to manage this kind of product. I don't know what is the word in English about. I lost my word. So
that's all right.
I will find it.
I forget words all the time too. So
but in French I got it. Yeah, in French I got it. In English I lost it.
That's all right. So in terms of running your business, what are the software do you use? Remote monitoring, management, professional services, automation, those types of things.
Okay, I will just give one name of product is CloudBerry.
Okay.
For the backup, but for the other one we use RMM, we use PSA, we use accounting, we use mobile device management, because mobile device management is now a real problem for the company. With bring your own device and how you can secure the device, the personal device of a colleague. And it's a real challenge in the company now. That's the reason why we have different tools, and we propose all of the tools to the customer. He can choose what he wants.
Okay.
He can MDM, he can choose only RMM, supervision, and what is the most important thing is to have the good portfolio for the customer. The portfolio where he can get some product where he wants. Monthly firewall solution, a monthly MDM solution, a monthly special RMM because he have an event and he need to supervise all of the product in this event. That is, you need to have the best portfolio with the best product, with the best support, because when you come from technical management like me, the most important thing is to have the best support to the customer.
Yeah.
Because you can sell a lot of product at a lot of price, but if you don't have the good support to help a customer, you're going to have some problem with them.
Definitely.
Especially in France.
Yeah.
Because in France, we are so much worried about quality. I don't say, I work in US some months, and when I was young, in the copiers. And when you make a copy in USA, you don't care if it's black or if it's green. You don't care about the type of copy. It's a copy. It's good. You have the original, you have a copy. The copy is not the same as the original, it's not a problem. In France, when you make a copy, you want to copy better than the original. But typically, it's the kind of quality where the company in France wants.
Yeah.
They want best quality, sometimes for the cheap price.
Yeah.
And you need to find a good product, have the good portfolio to purpose to our customer. It's a great tools. Sorry.
No. And, speaking of customers and, how do you get new customers? How do you advertise? Is it just, word of mouth? How do you do that?
It's something special in all of the company of the group, because the customer come from customer. We don't have commercial team. We have partner. This partner come with the customer because they can't do what they say, and we do for them.
Yeah.
We have hand customer, direct customer from TeamReso, CloudReso, and SysReso. But this customer present us to other customer, and we have some new customer every month, and they come from other customers who talk about us.
Okay.
Some colleague with some problems, and they tell us, you can find some solution here with them.
So you don't have signs up all over Paris saying,
we are a little company. 10 years. In 9 October, we're going to have 10 years.
Great.
But we have some customer at Singapore, at Munich in Dutchland, Brussels in Belgium. We have some customer in a lot of country of Europe, but a lot of and in USA.
Okay.
In Asia, and we have some customer in luxury, and they are in all of the they are in USA, they are in Asia, and we manage all of this business unit for them.
Okay. Yeah. So you're definitely multinational. So you cover not just Paris, but
we are international. That's right. It's so strange for a little company like them with 10 years to tell we are international.
Yeah.
But that's true. We are international. We work with Asia. This morning we have worked with some people at Singapore, and tomorrow I have a meeting with one of my customer in US. We are in all of the Europe and all of the international where our customer bring them.
Okay.
I hope it's a good word in English.
Yeah.
We go where our customer need them.
Yeah. It's just in the United States, a lot of the managed service providers, they serve small businesses within a specific geography. So they might be in Atlanta, Georgia, and they only work with customers that are within that area.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for someone who's just getting started in services?
Okay. My first advice is to make the good or the good choice for the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Find the good tools to make the billing most automatically as possible.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you say MSP services, when you say rental services, you need to have the best billing solution.
To get paid.
Yeah, everybody need to, everybody need money, and
Yeah.
as my colleague, I haven't made the billing this month. The best billing, automatically billing solution is the best,
Mm-hmm.
and have the good technical resources to manage and supervise his product and always train them.
Okay.
That's for me the three best uh, advice I can give to somebody who wants to make MSP business.
Okay. Great. So what's the greatest part about being in managed services? What do you like?
What I like? What is most excite me in technologies today? It's to have some solution to help my customer to recover their business as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for me, the backup is the best one. Because when you have a crypto or a ransomware, you can recover your business inside, if you want, or in one of my DC in some hours. And before the cloud backup solution, you can't do that.
Yeah.
This is, for me, the most exciting solution we say today. You can recover a company or a customer in some hours, and it's great for us. It's always a great satisfaction for the technician to help a customer to recover his data. Mm-hmm. MDM, because the business change, and tomorrow everyone gonna work with his own computing, and it's very important to secure them in the company.
Yeah, it's as you said earlier, especially in the bring your own.
Yeah, bring your own device.
Bring your own tablets.
the words, all the world change. Yeah. All the manufacturing today was in Asia, in China, particularly. Mm-hmm. And all the last, all of the country like France, like UK, don't manufacture anything.
Yeah.
We are services country.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, all of you're gonna have more and more freelance who work with company, and these freelance come with their own computing. They come to work with our build, and you secure them. It's I think the securization, the MDM and the build is one of the next big business, and the storage.
Okay.
Storage, it's wonderful because all of the data of old company was grow, and in all the world, and this company can't buy the storage, his own storage, and that's the reason why tomorrow we need to rent the storage to the company, like MSP services. You want how many terabytes you want? 5 tera? Okay, this is the cost for the month.
Yeah.
And you can use it on your Windows server, on your Linux server in some hours. it's great. I think it's one of the great parts of the business of tomorrow, the storage, MDM, and backup. And if I talk about my personal, what is excites me about my personal, it's a data analyze.
Okay.
Because the data, today everybody knows that, but 10 years ago, it was less people know that the data is a great, it's a black gold.
Yes.
For all of the company. If you lost your customer file folder, I don't give you a lot of change of survival for a company. If you lost your contability, if you lost your billing, I don't give you a lot of years to continue your business. That's the reason why you need to ask us for backup solution in the cloud.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, it is all about the data. Every company now, they, as you mentioned, we're moving from manufacturing to services in a lot of countries, as manufacturing has shifted overseas or into Asia. So the data is the most important part of any business.
Yeah. Now, it's most important parts of all of the business.
Yeah.
And for all kind of company, you don't have the GAFA and the little company in France. No. All the companies are in the same level with the data. Mm-hmm. And with the RGPD in Europe, the company have opened their eyes about this.
Yeah.
Before the data is data, we lost them, we move, we change the data. What we can do is data. But today, the RGPD have make one good thing about our business and other, but it is to open the eyes of the company about the gold they have in their computer, and the data is black gold.
Yeah. Definitely. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the end now. I have 6 questions.
Yeah.
This is the rapid fire round. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I say yes, I say no.
Well, basically. So these are meant to be easy, not hard. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, hold on.
Get your drink. Okay, ready to go. All right.
Allez, let's go.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Okay.
For security reason.
Okay. Mac?
No.
Oh. Mac, Linux, or Windows?
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
All of them. I don't care. All of them. I moved from the Mac to the Windows to the Linux, and I'm with my big MacBook now. I'm gonna to my PCs after, and I'm gonna work with a Linux server. I don't care.
Okay. Cloud services, Amazon, Azure, or something else?
Something else. Something else.
Okay.
Any doubt, something else.
Okay.
Because I can develop. If I can develop, I have sometimes to develop. If I think we are a challenger in this kind of in the business. We are a challenger, and we need to work with other challenger. Mm-hmm. Not with AWS and Azure.
Okay.
Azure, we choose over one.
Okay. So backups. I know we talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
Backup locally to the cloud, or both?
To the cloud.
Okay.
And sometimes you need to make both. But
yeah,
the cloud without any to the cloud. When we can to the cloud. Today we have the fiber infrastructure in France to use the cloud like locally storage and adapt to the cloud.
Okay, great. Should you always virtualize? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, before we end, any other advice you have or information you want to share with the audience before we leave?
No, not really. We have been I don't want to say some. Well, you certainly cut after, but yeah. No, what we can say more in English about the business, we think we have a great. We really have some potentiality of make the cloud backup solution growing very faster in France, because I said we don't have any. You have a lot of companies without any solution about that, and that's what we do, and what we do to help our customers to recover their business when they have some kind of problem. And I think is to begin in the MSP business, it's a great solution.
Okay.
That's what I want to add to the interview.
Okay, great. Gilles, thank you so much for being on today. Really appreciate it. Pardon?
And thank you for your passions.
Oh, yes.
to your help to my English, and I apologize me for my English. So.
That's all right. Like I said, I like to get an international perspective, and
Yeah, when you work with some country, you have certainly. But in France, we are not very good with the in English, and especially with the accent.
No.
Hope that will be understand. The people who learn my interview will understand what we mean.
Yeah. Trust me, my French accent is terrible. So.
Yeah, but for the moment, you don't live in France. You're in Cyprus. That's right. You was in Europe, or for the subject of the interview. Yeah. Okay, dude. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.